Okay, so today we are going to start reviewing for the test. The test is going to consist of what your worksheet looks like. So it's just straight up basic inequalities, okay? So, and then some compound inequalities, but it's all going to be over inequalities. I think that you guys, 1 day of review would be sufficient. So the test says it's tomorrow. Now, I have 2 other Algebra 1 classes, so like, plan on having the test tomorrow, and I still might for you guys, because you guys are my
best class.
I did not say that.
Oh.
But so you guys will probably still, if you really don't want to test tomorrow or something, please talk to me. If you want another day of review, same thing. So plan on, if you are an online student, log in real quick, say, hey, I'm here, get off and start your test. You guys get in here, get a calculator, and get ready to go. Friday then is going to be free Friday. So if you have work to do, then you need to do that. If you don't, then you can take a nap or do whatever. Okay. Okay. So let me. Also, before I forget, I am working my way through the grades, so I want you guys to be aware. Sometimes I grade all the online people's first, and sometimes I grade all the Skyward. Unfortunately, it's kind of like Canvas when you write, like you really got to save it. So if I grade all of the in-class people's first, then I put all the online people's as missing, and then I'll grade theirs, and vice versa. If I grade all the online people's, then I put your stuff as missing. So like you said, I have a missing assignment, and then you check back and it wasn't there. That's because I did the other people's and then did your guys's. So definitely by the end or beginning of the weeks, yeah, definitely check it. But during the week, I wouldn't even look at Skyward because it's all over the place. Okay, so when we first started inequalities, okay, we just straight up learned how to draw them. So that's what number 1 and 2 are. So, do you want me to do 1 or 2? None. Okay. And obviously you can use these on your test. So if you're going to need to write some notes, definitely write them. Okay. These are inequality symbols. What's the top ones? Is that going to be open or closed?
Those are open.
Open, and these ones are going to be closed. Okay. So you have to know that. That's the bare minimum in order for you to be successful on your quiz. Okay. Like straight up. So at -4, it's going to be open and it's going to be pointed to the left. When does that trick work? There's a rule. Perfect. So that only works if the letter's on the left and the number's on the right. If not, it's not going to work. You need a pencil? Yeah, you. Oh. Okay, the next section on here is about writing inequalities for the graph. Okay, so on the flip side, you can use any letter you want to. What's our number?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Which way is it going? To the right. That means my arrow. Does it need a line under it?
No.
No, so that one's done. Okay, the next section on here. Some of you guys need to write yourself a note. What do the instructions say? Solve and graph. That does not mean just graph, and that does not mean just solve. Okay, on a quiz, you're going to be hit if you forget to do one or the other. Okay, because it's either all for or nothing. Okay, so for example, okay, this you get 1 point for trying, 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point for your dot, and another point if the line's going the right way, and then if you solve correctly. So if you forgot to do something on there, it's going to screw up your pointage system. Okay, those of you guys that read directions, so somewhere on here you need to write yourself a note that you need to solve and graph. Okay, so we got P minus 3 is greater than 17. We got to get P by itself, so we're going to say plus 3 plus 3. So P is greater than or equal to 20. What if 20 is not on your graph?
Then you make you just I don't.
It's wrong. It's not right. Okay, so if we get a number and it's 50, that's not even an option up here. Okay, so that lets you know something's not right. You need to go back and check your work. Some of you guys yesterday when I was looking at your sheets, it was like -4, so you were like, F it, I'm just going to put it at +4. It's not on there for a good reason, okay, because that's not an answer choice. The only answer choices you have are between 14 and 24 through this one. So at the very least, guess on one of those, because you can't pick a number that's not even on the number line. Okay, so when we go to 20, should it be open or closed? Closed, pointed towards
Right.
towards the right. Okay, 7 and 8. We got B plus 11 is greater than 8. Okay, so I'm going to say -11, -11. What's 8 minus 11? -3. So at -3, is it going to be open or closed? Open, pointed towards the right. This is what it means, solve and graph. This is what I'm looking at. This is the graph. This is the solve. If you only have one of those two parts on there, it's not right. It says solve and graph. Okay, 9 and 10. Which one do you want me to do? Okay, let's do 10. A over 12 is greater than 9. What's that mean, A over 12? Oh.
Divide. Multiply. Divide what you multiply.
It means divide, but so we need to multiply in order for it to work. So times 12 times 12. These ones cancel out, so we got A. 9 times 12 is what?
108.
When do you flip?
You divide by negative.
Okay, it's not just when we divide by a negative.
Well, I don't know.
Divide and multiply. So if this one was a -12, okay, then we got to flip. So it's multiply or divide by a negative. Most commonly, we usually do divide, okay? But if I put a problem on there and it says multiply, okay, you still need to know that you still got to flip, okay? So at 108, it's going to be open, pointed to the right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, 11. 9b is less than 153. What do we need to do to solve that? Divide by 9. Do we need to flip? No. Why not? The 9's not negative. And what's 153 divided by 9? 17? Okay, so we're going to open at 17 and it's going which way?
The left. The left.
Yeah, the left. He said, I was just. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
That's great. Be quiet so everyone else can do it.
I was being loud.
I can hear you up here, so obviously.
You got like military ears though.
That's okay. What if somebody else has military ears? They're trying to get an education.
Yeah, dude.
Close your mouth.
Who?
Okay, 13 or 14?
Definitely 14.
14. What do we need to move first?
8.
The 8. So how do I move an 8? We gotta multiply both sides by an 8. Okay, some of you guys get lost on this one about what to do first. So make sure that you write yourself every step down so when you get a problem like this, you're gonna know what to do. And then what's our very last step gonna be? Get rid of the 1, so -1. So at 7,
Circle filled.
closed and to the left. Okay, what about 13? What do we move first?
The 3.
No,
The 8.
the 8. Okay, so make sure you move the 8 first.